Hello, it's that Tom again, so welcome back to another video. In this one we have some T-pieces to fit on a septic tank, we have some groundwater to deal with, and we've got a manhole cover to change. So if you end up liking this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe. Thank you.
Hello, I'm on TV. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to hit subscribe at the end.
Before we get too far into this video, I just wanted to show you something. I've been sent something, and it's absolutely amazing. It looks better in person than it does in a video, but look at that. The good thing is today is we've got some nice weather to sort these tees out, so we're gonna go have a look and see what we're doing. The main problem with this tank is there's some horrible slabs on the top of it that you've got to lift off, which isn't a fun job. The trick to it is just do it very carefully. This is the first T-piece we're going to be changing. Now, although this one is connected, it is about to fall off. So the customers requested that we change this one as well. This is one of the other ones we need to replace. So what is the purpose of a T-pipe? Well, essentially you have your tank a bit like this. You have a pipe coming in and a pipe going out. In the bottom of the tank, you'll get a sludge build up. This is where all the solids sink to the bottom. You'll then have the water level about the same height as the outlet pipe. And you have your pipes coming in here. On the top level, what you get is what we call a crust. So that's the solids that float to the top. That's your soakaway pipe going out. Now, what a T-pipe does is it sits around about here. This acts as a barrier to stop the solids going down your soakaway and blocking your soakaway up. So it'll let the water flow out through here, up through the bottom, and out down the soakaway whilst retaining the solids. I'm just going to pry up the slab on the other end and then we can get the tees installed. To connect the new plastic pipe to the existing clay pipe, we are going to use a band sail. This is a clay to plastic one and should have a nice secure connection with the Jubilee clip. And as simple as that, that's the first one installed. Now the plan was with this one to break it off and take out the existing T. That didn't go too well. It's not going to harm being in the bottom of the tank. We'll take it out on the next empty. To be honest, it'll probably do it good. It'll give the bacteria somewhere to live. It's not going to harm being in there. Ideally, I would have took that out, but yeah, it was easier said than done. And to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting it to come off like that.
Oops.
Well, that was a nice simple job to start the day off. The next job was an interesting one. Now, the site have some issues. There is a golf course above their property, and there's a lot of groundwater running all down through their property and going down to a river right at the bottom of their neighbour's garden. You'll see what I mean in a second. I'm just going to leave this bit of footage in for the people that like the scenery, because this is a lovely little area. It's called Bradford-on-Avon. Although this little road up here is a little bit narrow. Here we are at the next job. I filmed this on my phone. Now this happens after heavy rainfall, and this is just pure water coming off of a golf course. It then runs into this lovely handmade pipe, travels down through the garden, and then goes down through what we think may be an old man-made trough, because apparently there used to be animals in this field. From there it was like a river running down through the garden, so the customers dug a trench down into this gully here. Now the thing he's worried about is the outfall to this gully, because it seems to run in quicker this end than it runs out the other end. So he wanted us to give the outlet a bit of a jet through, so we'll jet it through, and then we'll take a walk down to the outfall and see if we can work out if anything's going on here. Now there's so much water running down through this gully, we're not going to be able to get the camera in there to see anything. So to camera it, it's going to be a dry weather job.
I'm guessing that's the outlet.
Let's get the jetter started, and yeah, we'll jet down through and hopefully we'll see it come out the other end.
Oh, brilliant. It was funny the other day, it just seemed a bit flat.
Luckily, I carry a jump pack in the van because the battery was flat on the jetter.
Oh, the top of this battery is a bit corroded.
If you're doing work like this, honestly, get one of the little battery jump packs. They are brilliant. I'd say they're worth their money. It saved me so many times.
Downside is, I don't know where the charger is for this.
The good news was I found the charger under the seat in the front. We're going to start off jetting with the forward facer spare jet and see where that gets us. You can probably tell the jet is running flat out. It's doing 4000 psi at 12 gallons per minute. We got the jet a fair way down the pipe, but it stopped pulling, felt like we were hitting something, but we weren't sure whether this was because of the jet and the size of the pipe it didn't want to pull, or whether there was an issue there. We then tried putting the pulse jet on. This is a little screw valve that pushes up one of the valves in the pump and makes it misfire. But by doing this, it makes the hose jump. And sometimes that helps you get the jet a little bit further. The steps are so slippery, I thought it was safer to not use them. Well, you can definitely see that our jet is stirring up something, just by looking at the colour change in the river below, and what's coming out this pipe. But I don't see any sign of our jet. Because the jet is running flat out, we then very quickly ran out of water, although we're connected to a tap. So we decided to switch the jetter off, let the tank refill, and we're going to swap jet. We're going to go for a 6-back, thinking it's a little bit smaller and that may pull the distance. Let's give the 6-back jet a go.
Right. Try.
We jetted down to what we thought was about the same spot, and the jet was stopping again, so I decided just to take another walk down the bottom and see if anything had changed down at the river. I'd almost say the water looks a bit cleaner this time. And then I started walking back up the garden, and that's when I noticed something. After speaking to the neighbour, apparently the builders who built some of this stuff plumbed some stormwater drains into the pipe that's running down through this garden, near enough the spot that our jet's stopping on. Now, we're not entirely sure how they plumbed it in, but whatever they've done, that's where the jet's stopping. So we've suggested they need to have a camera down through this system. Like I said, we're not going to be able to do that with the water coming down through like this, so we've told them as soon as it dries up, get in contact with us and we'll get the camera down. We worked out this is about as far as we were going to get with this job. There was a couple of other jobs to do on site, but nothing really of interest to make a video about. So we dragged the jet out, and then it was time to move on to the next job. The next job was the next morning, where we've got a manhole coverage change on a septic tank. Luckily, I don't live too far from a Selco, so I went to Selco, got some sand and cement, and a couple of bricks, ready for this job. This tank had a very dodgy looking tin cover on it that was covered by a big paving slab and a pallet, and they wanted something that was going to look a bit better in their grass and also a lot safer. I'm going to say it now, I'm no expert at laying bricks, but yeah, they wanted it to be a little bit lower if possible. It's not really that possible, to be honest, but because you want it at the grass level, you don't want a big dip in the middle of your grass. But they also weren't happy about these bricks being here with the age of them and wanted them replaced, so I'm going to do that. If anyone wants to count how many things I drop in the tank, you're more than welcome to. Now would probably be a good time to remind you, if you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button and please leave a like. I'm trying to get this channel as big as possible, and my daughter wants me to get a play button, so I've got a long way to go. So any subscribers are really appreciated. On top of that, if you want to become a member of this channel and see 3 upcoming videos, you can, but you don't have to. I'm just happy you're subscribed or even just watching the videos. I'm just going to stick some bricks on here and put the frame on and see how far out I am. Hopefully I'm pretty much there. Right, remember what I said, I'm absolutely no expert in laying bricks. let's be honest, it really doesn't matter what it looks like because it's the lid of a septic tank. Who's going to be looking at it? But we're going to put this cover on. Weirdly, it's cheaper to buy a 12-ton cover. I know it's in grass, and most are going to go over at the lawnmower, but yeah, I might as well put a better cover on if I can, so that's what we're going with. And there we have it, a nice secure manhole. Now what we're going to do with this one is I've told the customer, let the cement dry. Once it's dry, they're going to put some mud around it and go up to the lid with it, and it should look a lot nicer. So if you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, I'll try and reply back to you, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you.
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.